too, so
Well,
probably a good test for me.
yeah, and what's your name?
My name is Sherri.
Sherri. Do you mind if I record it?
No, it's fine.
Okay. How do you spell Sherri?
Sherri.
Sherri. Cool. Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know if there's.
Well, I just moved here like 4 months ago.
Okay.
So trying to think of reinventing my life. So
Okay.
I'm trying to come up with a new career, new plan, new vision
Okay.
for my future, and wondering if that's even possible in
Okay.
life. Because most people do that in their 20s, and I'm trying to do it in my 50s. So it's
Okay. Yeah.
scary.
Right.
Scary proposition.
Okay. We can even investigate. Do you, would you say maybe that something like, is reinventing yourself possible?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been questioning that for a long time, and I think I'd spent about 10 years trying to decide to leave a corporate job where I was very
Okay.
comfortable,
Nice.
very secure,
Right.
and liking that security and thinking that maybe that's not all there is to life, especially when you're single and not, don't have a family and children. So
Right.
I thought, okay, well, I can be unhappy in my career, or I can move and try something new. And now I'm trying to figure out what to do. So,
Gotcha.
So I don't know.
Well, so back to the. So I'm gonna say, would your claim be that you can reinvent yourself at any
think so.
stage?
I believe so. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have done it. So I
Right.
think maybe dealing with like depression and mental illness, that's a lot in the news these days too. So people who just choose to be unhappy and choose to just wallow in their position in life, whether it be financial or situational or whatever. And I just think that you can always pick up and change and try something new. And so I like to believe it. I'm proof that it's possible, but
I'm wondering. So you're saying how strongly, if 0% is it's not really possible to reinvent yourself versus 100% it is definitely possible. Where do you fall? And you don't
I'd
have
say probably in the 80%.
80%?
Yeah, I think if there's a will, you can always come up with. I mean, the hardest part I think is as you get older, you're less maybe valuable in the workforce or less valuable in society in general. So you kind of, even though you have more experience, we're a youth-focused culture, so there is a little bit of that fear of oh, who's going to hire me now or who's going to want me now. So you kind of go into it a little more fearful, whereas in my 20s, I literally would pick up and move every 2 years and go to another state and get another job, and no big deal. It's oh, there's always plenty of time to get married, there's plenty of time to have a life, and then all of a sudden you wake up and you're 50 and you go, ooh, okay, this is happening really quickly, so let's try something new.
Right.
But it took 30 years of in between of being secure to kind of figure that out. But I do believe that if you really want to change, you should.
You can.
You can. Not that you should, you can. If you have the will.
Yeah. And you said something. Oh, about age and being. Do you think age is makes it more difficult to reinvent yourself, or?
I think it's scarier. It's not. You're usually more financially secure if you did everything else right in your life. So that fear is a little easier to deal with because you have some security. You might have retirement money, so you kind of go, well, I have a couple of years I can, come up with. Whereas when you're 22, you're I have nothing to lose. So maybe that's a different type of fear. It's oh, well, I'll just give it a shot. Whereas now it's oh, I don't want to lose my nest egg. I don't want to lose my security for the future. But you have more security to do the move and do the change or have the transition. You're more grounded.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Or if I boil it down, as you get older, you have more things tying you to your community, your job, you could have families, and so that makes it more difficult as a proposition.
Yeah.
Is there a way we could know that if it wasn't true, let's say you can't reinvent yourself, is there a way to know if that's true? I I mean, you are an example of someone who is doing it. So, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a weird question.
Well, it's funny. I'm, of course, on social media all the time, and one of the sites I follow a lot is Dave Ramsey, who's like the financial guru. He's a big financial guru. Like, has gone through bankruptcy and come back again. Runs a multi-million-dollar, basically.
He
company.
reinvented himself,
yeah,
maybe.
He's reinvented himself a couple times. He's invested in real estate, and his whole thing. He's written a ton of books about basically getting out of debt. He's the debt-free guy. Like, don't ever get into debt, college debt, all that stuff.
Right.
And it's amazing when you read the comments on their little Facebook site, and people who are just so like, like they're ruined. They've got $100,000 in student loan debt. They make $20,000 a year. They,
Yikes.
They have 3 kids, and I'm just like, how did you get here? Like, how did? And
yes.
It's not judgment, but it's like, yeah, you made some rough choices there, buddy. Like, and then they act like, well, and he's proof that you can get out of it, because he has people that come in to his studio in Tennessee all the time and do their debt-free scream and say how they've like completely cleared up all their debt, and now they're on the path to being a millionaire. And basically, being a millionaire isn't that big a deal anymore. It's like, it used to be like those were the really wealthy people. Now that's kind of what you need just to survive. Like, $1 million net worth of a house and stocks, and so it's like these people, and some of them are my age, and I think, oh, thank God I didn't do that. So I'm like, I didn't even know him when I didn't do that. I was like, wow, I actually made some good decisions in life. So I think there's like a fear if you didn't make those good decisions when you're young, that you would sit there and go, oh my God, I'm stuck. I can't do anything. I have this whole like mess that I can't clean up. And then, so maybe from that position, those people would be totally stuck and fearful. And then some of them choose to like go, all right, well, I live in an expensive area. Maybe I'll move to Tennessee or Alabama or Kansas and have a simpler life.
Maybe not 100%. No, it's fine. And it's okay. I was actually just learning about it's about finances. What was it? Try and retire early. It sounds like what like
That's
this guy is trying to give people a path
He's
to.
basically saying you can choose your path. So you can choose to be in debt and miserable and dependent on the government and dependent on, and again, it's sort of a conservative philosophy of you don't need somebody else to take care of you. It's not about the programs and all the stuff that people can give you. It's how do you do it yourself and how you feel so different. When someone hands you a check, it does not feel good. If you had parents who paid for everything and then you go out on your own and you're like, but wait, I want that money that my mommy and daddy always gave me. It doesn't feel good. It feels like from a point of weakness. Whereas when you go out and start making money on your own and you create some wealth and start investing properly, there's a different feeling to it. It's like, wow, I did that. I didn't need somebody to do that for
like
me.
a pride in yourself versus
like
a handout or whatever how you want to claim.
So a lot of people are just still in that student loan debt cycle, and getting, again, I bought a house in '08 when the market was high, and they were just handing out
unfortunately
money like candy. It was like, here, you get a mortgage, you get a mortgage. Now, I could afford it, and I was lucky, but I still lost a ton of money because the housing market crashed, and I sold my house for less than I paid for it. But I was smart, thank God, or lucky, who knows? I don't know if it's smart or lucky. Some of it's both, but making good choices, having a good background, and being taught not to screw up your life royally does make a difference. If you come from parents who never owned anything and never had anything, you kind of have a different outlook, like, oh well, like somebody owes me or it's no big deal. Whereas maybe if your parents were like really hardworking, so I think depends on your perspective on whether you can take the risk and do something new with your life.
Well, this was lovely. Thanks for stopping. I can't think of. I was trying to think of a question, but I'm like we've gone afield and no worries.
Yeah, I figured let's not do politics. That's too easy. It's too easy.
Rant and rote.
Right?
And the idea I almost want to like get to the bottom of like what is reinvention. Is it is it even possible almost? Like I mean, you're saying.
I don't know. You know what it is? It's possible
on
a maybe on a surface level.
Right.
Finding it very hard to reinvent myself personally.
Right.
That's the trick.
Yeah.
It's coming from an environment where I wasn't happy and saying, well, if I put myself in a new environment, will I be the same person and be unhappy there?
Right.
Or will I now
and
magically be
happy?
This is what I wanted. I moved from New Jersey to Florida so I could walk on the beach
Welcome.
every day,
And it is lovely.
and it's
Welcome.
lovely. But then I sometimes walk on the beach and I think, all right,
I'm still
I'm
having the
still
baggage from
dealing with my own internal struggles and insecurities, and oh my
Well,
God, what am I doing in life? Where's my purpose?
I don't think that's ever going to go away.
I think
I'm not sure.
everybody has it though. I'm
For sure.
trying to figure out if there are people out there that have conquered that fear, or if they just mask it really well and they succeed, so they stomp it down. And
Yeah. Not to. Well,
Yeah.
but so some people are like with that like Buddhist sort of thing where they
Yeah.
like divorce themselves
Right,
and
right,
emotions are like a way to or something. I was talking to a friend
yeah,
and she was telling me about it, but
yeah, I've read those books. too.
Yeah,
Osho
it's an interesting
and, all
idea.
that, like, you are not you're outside person, and you have to kind of like, you don't expect other people to create your happiness. You create your happiness and all that. So that's all great, but then you go, okay, reality check. I still have to live in the world.
Right.
I still have to go to work. I still have to find a partner. I still have to deal with my family and make a life, and that's the trick, is finding all those.
Well, thanks for stopping, and hopefully this wasn't so painful.
No, it was
And-
actually good. It was a good